Hello, I'm John, the executive producer here at Final Show Films. I got a few notes for you before the show. First, I want to thank you all for watching. We couldn't do what we do, or the amount of things that we do, without the support of you, the viewer. If you want to support us financially, which we always appreciate, you can go to our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms, where you can donate as little as $1 a month to help us continue this and all the things that we do. I want to give a special shout out to our $25 supporters, Antitonic, Waterflame, and Samantha Bates. Second, I want to let you all know that we here at Final Show Films are planning a little get-together up at Gen Con this year. That's August 2nd through 5th up at Indianapolis. We're going to be up there just sort of hanging out, enjoying the con, spending time together, and if any of you guys want to come up and say hi, please feel free. We don't bite unless you want us to. And if you enjoy whatever it is you're about to watch or listen to, be sure to check out our website at finalshowfilms.com, where you can find links to all of our other content, both podcast and video. And be sure to follow me at John A. Bates on Twitter for more updates on all of the content we're creating in the future. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. And we're live! Hello everybody and welcome back to Gran Terra Rebirth. I'm John, the Game Master for this evening, and joining me today is William.
Hi, I'm William and I'm playing Gashka Stormcaller, the half-orc barbarian.
And Jeremy.
Hello, I'm Jeremy. I am playing Harry, Halfling Battle Master Fighter.
And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Hope Asmar Rogue Barbarian Monk.
Yeah, I'm not adding monk to your thing.
Why not?
Because it's already almost too long. And Aaron.
Hello, everyone. I am Aaron, and I am playing. I almost said Nyx. Lulu, the blood hunter lycanthrope.
And Cody.
I'm Cody. I'm playing Corbin, the human battle master.
And Jack.
Hey everybody, I'm Jack. I'm playing Gwynferon, the divination wizard who is a high elf. And also Eshkil, the wood elf warlock, who's residing in his brain.
And when last we left off, these fine people got breathed on by a plague rat demon. And all of them are currently sickened. Except for...
Hey, speak for your bloody self.
Except for Gwynferon, which was the end of the sentence that Jack cut off. And you have all returned to the... You are all currently on the elevator ride down. From the area of the tower you had been. As you're all sort of recovering and feeling the effect of this illness coursing through your body, this slow pulsing of disease, you do manage to see that you all have a new mark on the palm of your right hands. Upon looking, there is sort of a flower-esque mandala design on the palm of your hand, which you're not. Most of you aren't quite certain what it does, because most of you don't have innate access to magic. Those of you that do have innate access to magic,
Do I count?
Yeah, Blood Hunter, Wizard, and Paladin count. You feel that this symbol on your palm would be able to store a magical spell of some kind.
Could I get a spell from someone else to store?
Yes.
Great.
Does not have to be your own.
How
I
high of a
mean-
level?
I call upon a magical storm, but I feel like that might not have the innate knowledge that you're talking
No,
about.
you don't cast magic and you rage and storm happens.
I am
mean,
magic.
I cast magic by literally cutting myself. So
Yes. But that's the thing you actively activate, as opposed to Gashkar,
Yeah.
who just rages and it happens.
I open the floodgates and the storms come out.
Yes. The storm is incidental, really.
How much magic does it feel like this thing can hold?
Yeah.
There doesn't seem to be an upper limit.
Oh.
You imagine
Okay,
you
then.
imagine only one spell though.
Right.
But there doesn't seem to be an upper limit as to what spell.
A store
There's
wish
7
in
of
this.
us.
7 wishes.
There are
We
six.
can take a week.
There are 6 of you.
There's 6 of us. We're gonna take a week. All y'all are getting foresight. Just stored in your hand.
Why would I want that?
I mean, or we could find a powerful cleric.
And just rub it in their face and go, ha. No.
No.
Well, we need to
Mass
find a
heal.
cleric anyway.
Everyone gets a mass heal stored in their palm.
Yeah, but you have to pay for that.
We've got gold.
Or have a powerful cleric in your party.
Yeah.
Gwen, you could theoretically cast Identify to figure out the full extent of what this thing can do. But
He
just
will definitely do that. Yeah, he'll cast that.
just casting it or ritual casting.
No, just casting it.
Okay.
He'll burn a first level spell slot on that.
So so looking at the spell, you determine that it can hold any spell, first level to 9th level. The casting of the spell still goes off of your stats. So whatever. So if, for instance, if it's a wizard spell, everyone casting it is going to be casting with intelligence. Whether or not
No cleric spells for me.
if it's a cleric spell, it's going to be with wisdom. If it's a sorcerer spell,
No wizard spells for me.
thing.
Can we find a fucking cleric, please?
So we'll be casting off of your stats, not the stats of the person who stored the spell.
Right.
And it can only store one spell at a time.
Okay, so it
Mhm.
goes off of the original caster, not the not the hand person.
Yeah, I mean the type of magic the original caster has, using the person whose mark it is stats.
Got it. Cool.
Right.
Makes sense.
And it can only store one spell at a time.
Okay.
You also
Yeah.
sense that this is innately linked to elemental chaos. This mark is specifically a bond with the elemental chaos.
Okay. Well, he will explain that to anybody who cares to listen in as little a patronizing sense as possible.
What was the one before? The one that Gashkar and Lulu have, and Gwyn. The one from the giant.
I don't think we got a mark.
Wisdom star?
For that.
Yeah, it was a plus
It
2
was
to
a
your
wisdom.
wisdom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
everyone had it.
it was just everybody got a wisdom bump.
Yeah. Was that the only thing, or was there? I feel like there
That was
was
it.
a secondary effect
No,
on there.
it was just the wisdom.
That was it.
Just
Okay.
that.
It buffs your wisdom by 2 and your max wisdom by 2, if I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
yeah.
GM, tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your max wisdom also went up by 2.
All right.
You know, that thing that we wish Harry had been here for.
I mean, that's why
What?
you just give them spells that don't rely on stats. Like
Right.
Foresight.
Like foresight.
Sure, you can do that. Take a while.
Fireball.
Again, healing.
Okay. So we need to find some casters. We also need to find just a cleric, I think, in general, because I don't feel great.
Yeah, it feels.
All of you are looking. Yeah. Quinn's right. You're looking a little bit green.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Not great. I don't think we want to go back in here without fixing this.
Yes, we should find the services of a cleric quickly now.
Yes, there are a number in the city that I think we could take advantage of. Oh, hadn't you? What was the name of the gentleman that accompanied us last time? Zeno?
Zeno? Yeah. Zeno, I think it was
Zerubbabel?
Zeno.
Yeah, Zeno.
Yep. hmm
Maybe
He
he
was
would
pretty
be.
good. I don't know if he'll talk to us again. We sort of,
Baron Zeno.
we could try. He got real wise. Yeah, we could try that. I also have some errands to run after this, so let's fix this first. The greenness.
Yes.
His
The
wisdom,
greenish.
his wisdom
No,
is now
most-
22.
What?
Yeah. All right. So off we go.
Roughly at this point, the elevator comes to a halt, and the doors open, and once again, you find yourselves in this oddly open room with the head and hands of a giant sloth at a desk. No body, obviously, still. Which turns
Yeah,
to look
that's
at
still
you.
creepy.
Yep.
Welcome back.
Cool, but creepy.
Thank you.
You all look a little worse for the wear.
Yep.
Yes, they are.
Do you feel a little worse for the wear? Because
No.
you're like based. Okay. I'm very curious about you. Just in general, this is a strange environment.
After
right.
we see a cleric, hope.
Okay.
Creepy.
Fine. To a cleric.
Cool P.
The group of you leave out of the tower
Cool.
Yep.
Oh, that's
while Jeremy is doing some sort of joke that I can't hear.
She's trying to figure out how to put creepy and cool together.
in one word.
Okay.
Yes, it's called cruel, and we all know it.
Yep.
It's called what?
Cool.
It's called cruel, and we all know it.
I currently like Creepool.
Yeah, but that sounds.
Is that
like
one of
Creepy's fault,
Deadpool's friends?
I don't know.
Okay.
which isn't-
So you leave the
which
tower.
is creepy. Mm.
Yes, we do.
Yep.
And find yourselves once again back inside the city of Kor. With the Tower of the Gods behind you, the third piece of the beacon attached and in Hope's possession.
Yep.
Do these motherfuckers look contagious?
No.
I mean, it's a little too late now. We're
Okay.
already out.
They look like they might be contagious, but you haven't caught anything, so you're assuming they're not. Then again, you haven't
Alright.
you haven't deep tongue kissed any of them or licked their blood. So for the full,
Corbin,
experimentally
get over here.
wise,
So
experimentally wise,
what
you'd
you're
have to.
saying is I shouldn't use my blood curse that ignites my blood upon my weapons on anyone I don't plan to kill.
I mean, you don't know yet.
Oh boy.
There's still some experimentation that should be done if you really want to
I was
fully
going to
determine.
say, all right, we do need to find a cleric, but first, some
Oh,
medical
no.
research.
Let's keep going.
All right, he's
Uh-huh.
probably at the Adventurers Guild.
Unless
Who?
you know of any other temples that we might want to. Yeah, Hope knows a cleric. Hope hired cleric once. Technically, most of us know him now.
Yep.
But Hope
Yeah.
has the deepest relationship with him, I think.
I cornered him in the
Aren't
bar.
there, like,
Who's
at
that?
least from my perspective, an absurd number of temples in the city?
Yes.
So as we're walking back to the Adventurers Guild, Lulu's pointing to the ones that she recognizes as temples. And I was like, is that a good one?
I mean, they're
Which one?
all.
There, and just for the people who are from Kor's edification, yes, there are many temples in the city. Most of them don't have actual clerics; they have priests, which are different.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Also, some of them are annoying when you go and visit them. Sorta. So this one's fine though. I
How?
If Zeno can't help, what about the one we met on the battlefield briefly?
That doesn't sound good, Harry.
I'm
wait,
fine.
which one is this? Which battlefield one? I don't remember
When
this.
they
There was
were
a lot of
fighting
chaos.
People that were John, help me out. The
Yeah,
people
the
to the
invasion.
north.
There was the invasion and
Yeah.
the
Mm-hmm.
You're
What
thinking
cleric is
of
this?
not a cleric, but the members of Roland's party.
Valor
no, I was
Sanguinus.
thinking of the one that was at the officiation table that offered us healing.
People that were
is that-
the people that were at the
Gwyn was
table.
there?
The people that were
Or
at the,
Galadir was
the
there.
people that were at the table was Galadir, the leader of the Adventurers Guild, and the leader of the Cornet Rangers. Those are the only
Okay.
3 that were there.
For some reason, I thought that the clericy member of the city
Thunder Templar
leaders was there.
No, the only clericy people that you know are well, one of you knows Mystic Theurge Mari, who is one of the Elemental Magisters, and then that was there was High Captain Lorian was there, who's not a cleric. Tithian Leonholt was there, and Galadir was there at the war table, and then on the battlefield itself. Was the members of the Valor Sanguinis, the only which of them that would qualify as clericy is Lelian, who's
Okay.
Wasn't Lady Can't Lie the Justicar, whatever her
Yes,
name?
that's what I'm
Harita?
looking for. I
Harita.
thought she was there.
Harita? I don't think she was there.
Okay. Never mind. Moving on.
No, I don't think so.
Yes.
Or she was there like briefly.
Anyways,
When Lulu's pointing out the temples, Corbin's gonna say the only bad temple is if you see a wrought iron skull. If you see anybody wearing that, or see any building with that, kill them.
Kill who?
Okay.
That's Rethorb, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who are we killing?
No, that's a good
People
policy.
with wrought iron skulls.
Why?
If they have a symbol for a wrought iron.
Because as Corbin thinks that he's morality.
No.
Rethorb is not a group of people that one should take kindly to.
Why?
Do you know the Demon of Sin?
Just the name, just in general. I think the name
not
is a good clue.
you
personally.
can make a religion check if you want.
Sure.
I'm opting to fail that.
Okay.
26.
Winfron, you are aware of who Rethorb is.
Okay.
I mean, and there's like
18.
some other ones who are kind of like on the
Harry.
morally gray side anyway.
Oh, yeah, Harry. So yes, Harry, you and it's fairly common knowledge. So anyone who doesn't basically choose to fail this
Yeah.
or rolls really, really poorly, Rethorb is a member of the Vile Coalition, which is the deities of core, at least, of this particular section of the world, are sort of split into a 3 separate pantheons, one of which is the Vile Coalition, which is basically the evil gods. Rethorb, commonly referred to as the Demon of Sin, is the god whose portfolio includes sin, murder, destruction, desecration, pain, and evil.
All right.
And
Yeah,
he is,
there's
okay.
also Asperity
They do the human sacrifice. They do the people sacrificing and whatnot.
yes, he is.
Yeah.
He is commonly referred to as the most evil of deities, and his symbol is a skull made from various bits of iron, and filled with blood.
It's like the Iron Throne, but it's a skull instead of a throne.
Yeah,
And
not
Same
made
amount
mercifully
of
let
blood.
people get massacred at weddings.
No, I think that's what Rethorb likes to
depends.
do, actually.
Depends on what denomination of Rethorb's cult you're from.
Rethorb does approve of wedding massacres.
I'm sure he does, but I don't know if you've seen Game of Thrones. It happens at every fucking wedding.
Yeah,
Yeah, it seems like people in that setting really should just start getting shotgun married.
or just stop.
Hello.
Or just stop trying. I think the real message is that they should stop trying to practice monogamy, because that seems to be what's
Yep.
killing people.
Toxic monogamy, folks. It's a thing.
But-
Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't.
That's the only really symbol you need to pay attention for.
Which there are
Yeah.
no
So, like-
there are no open
Yeah.
and visible temples of Rethorb in
Yeah,
I was
because they
gonna
would be
say,
burned.
are they just gonna be randomly walking around core
Probably not.
with their big
Not-
skull faces?
They don't. As far as they
Excuse
don't
me,
wear.
you have a moment to hear about the good news about our Lord and Destructor, Repthorb?
So
No, they don't.
Rethorb's witnesses.
they're not gonna be walking around. There's
They're
no
not going to be
co-
wearing wrought iron helmets with skulls.
So if we see the people we're not gonna see, kill them. Got it.
Right.
We shouldn't see them.
Yeah, well, there's
All right.
there's a couple
But
of
they're
them
out
on
there.
that kind of side.
But
I
you know,
thought
many
you
of
guys
these temples
didn't
would
like
be-
that one, pointing to the Eidos Church as we walked by it.
Oh no, not her either, or a Fairty, or I mean, Larithia's there too. So there's like a whole
Hope
it's kinda,
doesn't
like
like
split
any
a
of the
bunch.
gods, I don't think.
That just yeah, I'm kind of over them. Yes.
Because they're all actually one god that draws
Yeah,
on a
they're all
power
work-
back
yes.
pool.
It's very weird. There's just
Oh,
a lot
Gashkar
of
used to be like that in a previous life.
who's
Sorry,
that?
what?
Gashkar is the person sitting next to you.
Yeah,
Wait.
I
Oh,
know.
oh, okay. Sorry. There's too many names. All right. Gashkar's a new one. I'm trying. All right.
Gashkar-
Well,
What?
Gashkar has been here ever.
Gashkar has been here for a few episodes. Just a
From
little bit.
Hope's perspective, everyone keeps leaving.
It's been so recent. Okay. Sorry. What? What do you mean, Gashkar's?
Sorry.
I'm
Eshkil. Gashkar's previous incarnation was not terribly chipper about deities either, apparently.
I'm,
Apologetic shrug to Gashkar.
I am so fucking confused right now. None of you are making any sense,
When
Okay.
but it's really
potentially
funny.
Eshkil's mind. Did we ever tell them about that, or did we just say we'll explain it later?
We should explain it now. So
That was-
That's
that-
not
Name
something
again?
you hear.
Yeah, Mara, that was
Yes.
specifically to Gwynferon's mind. That wasn't out loud.
okay.
Yes.
Got it.
This
Never
is-
mind.
Never mind.
Response back to Lulu. We may need to have a little bit of a sit down again after the whole.
Once we're not feeling sick and
Yes,
have some
exactly. Exactly.
So,
Adventurers Guild.
Yes.
after walking for a while and having conversations, you make it eventually to the Adventurers Guild, which is as bustling as ever. Go ahead and give me perception checks, everybody that's in there.
Woohoo.
With disadvantage. 'cause
Yes,
of
with
poison.
disadvantage. 'cause you're poisoned.
Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm.
18.
Everyone except
Is
for
it a
Gwynferon.
smell or
15.
It's sight.
21.
My vision swims.
does sight?
-2.
Holy shit.
Ah.
Have I mentioned that I have a -4 to my perception roll?
6?
What are you
Because
staring
I
at
actually
instead
have
of
a
looking
decent.
around? My question.
So
Somebody's ass.
all of you get into the start looking around, and yeah, there is so much sight and sound and noise going on that it's overloading your senses right now. None of you can really, except for Gwen, none of you can really cope right now with the information
21.
you're getting. Hope you're able to hope you're able to sort of push through it.
Yep.
But there's still this loud ringing and things. And Hope and Gwen, both of you do see Zeno sort of sitting back with a group of adventurers. Looks like they've just gotten back off the road, covered in a bit of blood here and there, looking a little bit tired, but eating food and having drink.
Is there any scaffolding I can climb up and hide in?
Not currently, no.
There he is.
Gwyn puts a hand on Hope's shoulder.
Yeah.
You do see what condition he's in, right?
Yes. Oh.
He
Okay.
might not be at top form at the moment, so It may require a finer touch and possibly a night's rest. By all means, still go talk to the man, but just...
Okay, sure, all right.
John, sorry. Go.
Walk over.
So you approach. Are the rest of you going with Hope, or are you stumbling into a corner? What's going on with the rest of you?
Going to
Gwyn
the bar.
will-
Sit down.
I was gonna say, Gwyn will follow Hope after he makes sure that nobody is in imminent peril of just collapsing as soon as we get in the door.
Lulu finds a corner. Corbin finds the bar. Gashkar and Harry.
Gashkar is going to follow after Hope. Just kind of use the halberd to steady yourself.
All right.
Gashkar is still
Gwyn will be on Gashkar's other side.
Gashkar. Harry is still distracted at the moment. I'm assuming a -2 perception roll. Like somebody standing at the bar just happens to be doing the band Tracer pose. So
There's a very svelte dwarf that has caught your attention apparently.
there we go.
All right, so Gashkar, Hope, and Gwyn approach Xeno, who looks up. Oh, hey! Wow, you guys look like shit.
Yeah. It's got hit by something. Lots of rats, and we're wondering if you could possibly spare some healing.
Sit down.
Okay, I'll sit down.
He sort of looks you over, and performs a medicine check.
Ooh.
He has a stupid modifier for.
With that +6 wisdom, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What bit you?
Plague rats.
Yeah, just a lot of rats.
Just rats?
Demon.
A lot
rats,
of
I should
demonic
specify.
plague rats.
Uh-huh.
That.
Ooh, how many
So
of
you're
you?
making, well,
5.
2, 3, 5. Yes.
I can help one of you today.
Mm.
The rest of you will have to wait until tomorrow.
Okay. You're making a concerned look. I'm concerned now.
Yeah, you should be.
Why? What is this? What do we have?
It's something that... I don't know where you got this or what you were doing getting it, but it's not something that really you should have gotten. It's called... colloquially, it's called Rethorb rot. It has a more in-depth name that requires me to speak Abyssal, but basically.
Oh, please do share.
Yeah, and he will. Do you speak Abyssal, Gwynferin?
I speak Abyssal.
Yeah.
Yes.
In Abyssal, it translates to the virulent plague from the blood of Rethorb's children. Is the full name in Abyssal. Locally referred to as Rethorb rot.
Right. Yes,
because that's a
Rethorb rot
long
is-
thing to say.
Right, is much more.
Basically, the demons and devils, well, the spawn of Rethorb, have the ability to infect people with a wasting disease that can't be cured by normal means, or it's effectively more like a curse than a poison or a disease.
Okay.
And it requires the magics that remove curses to get rid of it, as opposed to any
And-
normal means.
What's it gonna do to us? Like, because right now I feel slightly terrible.
Well, I should be able to get you all within the next day. fine, and you'll be fine. It looks like you're in the early stages of it. Basically, so long as you're under its influence, you will continue to waste away until you die, and nothing will help.
That
Great.
doesn't sound good. Yes. Well, glancing around, I hope you might be most in need of the cure first, and we can get everybody.
No.
No.
No. Do him first. I'm gonna point at Corbin.
Who's over at the bar? Sure, bring
Yep.
him over here.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Corbin.
Yeah.
You need to cleric here. You have to be here.
Grab my drink off the bar and start heading over.
So
So
while
what
this
do we
is
got?
happening, Lulu will probably also head over just because once she's recovered a little bit from overstimulation, she does want to know what's going on.
Okay. Lulu actually joins you guys as well. So we'll clear us. We'll sort of pull Corbin over and sit him down, and we'll reach into his bag, pull out a bowl, pull out a couple of bowls, and sort of look them over real quick for a minute. Find one that looks sort of like it's made of sort of a pewterish metal, not wood or anything else. Set it on the table. Reach up into the collar of his robe, pull out his holy symbol, which is the holy symbol of Valkyr, which is, as I recall, because I have so many deities in my head.
It's a trident.
Trident.
It's a trident. So it's a trident with a lightning bolt sort of going through it. Holds it in one hand, reaches out with another hand, puts his hand on the side of Corbin's head. This is probably gonna hurt. And as he does, Corbin, you just feel this burning sensation as if all of your blood is on fire inside of you, but you can't really react to it as this spell is happening. It's sort of holding you in place. And after a few moments, Zeno pulls his hand away from the side of Corbin's face, and you all can sort of see Corbin's veins bulging in his face and in his body, as just out of the pores of the side of his head, this blackish brown ichor just gets pulled from his body and deposited into the bowl. You no longer have the
That's
poison.
how I feel.
You no longer have the poison status, Corbin.
That was way worse than you said it was gonna be. That's the fuck was that? What?
He reaches over, grabs the ball, holds it up, and you can see this. It looks almost like, you know how swamp water looks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine swamp water if most of the water was also like chummed up mushrooms and moss. It's sort of chunky.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what it looks like. It's just sort of brackish brown
About
and
how
green.
much of it is
The
there?
bowl is full. And it's a decent sized bowl. So yeah, that is Rethorb's rot.
How long does it hold its potency?
It'll be going away soon once it's out of the body.
Oh,
Have I heard that
Very
before?
good.
That name?
Make a religion check with advantage because of your particular circumstance.
Ironic that we were talking about this literally 5 minutes ago.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Yeah,
Heyo.
yes, you've heard of the you don't necessarily know its official name, but it is a disease that the children of Rethor basically can pass along. It's sort of in their blood, like the demon spawn of Rethor, or the devil spawn of Rethor specifically, because he's not a demon, he's a devil. Have the ability to poison in such a way that will rot you away from the inside.
Harry
Thanks.
finally wanders her way over, looks down. What end did that come out of?
Just out of his head.
Yeah,
So-
face. The face skin.
Okay. Okay.
Apparently, that's what we've got.
Gwyn drops a small coin purse on the table next to Zeno for tomorrow, then.
I will not say no. He says as he reaches over, grabs the bowl, pulls out what seems to be a larger jar, pours it into it, stoppers it, and puts it in his bag.
So-
John, just because it's been a week, remind me.
Yes.
Didn't my healing work on people previously? Because it's just
No,
okay.
Mm-mm.
it did not. It worked on Gwyn, but nobody else. And Corbin, your hit point maximum is now back to normal,
Okay.
and you can be healed again.
Awesome.
So you said early stages. I'm just staring at the bowl. What are the later stages? And how fast do they happen? Just
It can
hypothetically.
happen. It depends on the person. It can happen pretty quickly, but basically within a week or so. You ever see a zombie?
No.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
Like a zombie, but not dead yet.
Oh wait, no, we did see zombies. Okay.
Yeah, we've seen some.
Yep, got it.
Like a
Got it.
zombie, but not dead yet within a week, if you're lucky.
Mm.
If you're
No.
not, you're dead, and you don't come
Cool.
back.
Cool. All right.
Wait a minute. I think you
could
got
you-
those. I think you got those mixed up.
Like a
If
zombie.
you're
is-
lucky, you're a zombie,
No.
and if you're not lucky, you don't come back.
If you're lucky, you're like a zombie. Not exactly a zombie, like a zombie. If you're unlucky, you die, and resurrection magic doesn't work.
I still say you've got those reversed.
No, we're
My understanding of demons and devils would generally be that if you die from this rot, your soul is taken by them.
Yep.
all right.
Which is why
So-
resurrection magic doesn't work.
Could you give us any recommendations for some other clerics in the area? Just
You guys should be fine for the next couple of days before you get to the really dangerous parts of it, but if you're looking for clerics that have ready access to this magic, any
druids.
of the druids, yeah, some druids might know it. I'm not really all that familiar with all the druids in the area, but you could probably ask. I haven't seen Roland or the druid that hangs out with him lately, so I don't know where you'd find him, but Marduk's church down at the docks has a cleric, I believe. Also, any of the all three of the triumvirate's judicator judge people are clerics. Though they're kind of busy, you probably won't be able to see them. All the people that work for the Adventurers Guilds are out right now because the war thing happening.
The
There's
Brotherhood
a-
Wall seems like a good place to start.
Yeah, there's also, I mean, it's a bit of a hike, but there's a forest down by River's End that has a funny little druid in it too. So he might be able to help.
wait, blue guy on mushrooms?
Yeah.
Yeah, we know him.
Oh, okay. I remember him.
Grindelwald.
Wait.
Grindelwald.
War thing?
War thing. Yeah, there's a war happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need
North.
to.
Small invasion, border skirmish, sort of. It's a thing.
How big is it now?
It's been pushed back up to Clifftop, so it's most of the fighting is happening up there.
Okay. Do we want to go together or should we scatter to find clerics?
Well,
Given that there are exactly two of us that are more or less fully functional right now, I think
I'm
keeping
fine.
the group together would.
I'm hindered, but I'm far from being crippled. I think I should be able to make a trip down to the docks to see the Brother to All's clerics relatively easily.
Yep. Let's go. Let's go down to the docks then.
All right.
And then I have to go. I have to go see the Judicator anyway. One of them. So.
Oh.
Combined errands.
You all head down to the docks.
Those of us who can't get cured tonight, we'll see you again tomorrow, Zeno.
All right.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Before we scatter, where is everybody staying for the evening?
We should probably stay outside the city if you care about it. We don't know for sure that this isn't a fast-acting version or an extra contagious version. And
Yes. Yep.
Do you have room
All right. Well,
Do you have room for your spell tonight?
I do.
That works for me.
we should put that in
A house.
the future.
Yeah. Maybe. Okay.
That would be interesting.
What would be interesting?
Because then you don't have to waste your spell during fights on it. Right?
Conceivably, yes. Also, given that simply the energy and pattern of the spell are stored within and the actual casting draws on the individual bearing the mark, it might be a different house.
It would definitely be a different house.
Yeah, it'll be whoever cast its house.
But it would
Oh,
still
boy.
do the magic being a safe place.
It would still function as a secure and yes, but it would not look the same inside.
Well, then you would potentially not have to save that. Right?
It's true.
Huh?
Yes, it would take me a few days, of course, and obviously, but yes, no, that
Once we're better, that's a good idea.
Mhm.
that is not a bad plan.
So,
What's a good idea?
Gwenveron can make a magic house that is a door to.
Right, okay.
And we have hands that can store magic spells,
I
And-
gotcha.
but the magic house takes magic Gwen could otherwise use to, like, ice storm or something.
Explode someone's head.
Murderize, yes.
Stab someone, trap
So-
someone, transit us all to a new location,
I'm
things
not
like that.
smart, so it's probably best I use magic that doesn't require me to be good at traditional magic.
Valid point.
Yes, no, and it's not going to be mentally taxing to cast that particular spell on anybody. But that is business to handle after we're all feeling much better. So,
Yes.
docks it was?
Thinking about that,
I
there's
think-
another
Docks.
place I could try.
so you head down to the docks. And
On the way.
Yep.
Why are we going here?
To see Marduk.
Because
Someone's
you're
going to-
sick.
Because you're
Right.
poisoned and ill. And someone down here might be able to help us because Zeno could
Got
only
it.
help one person at a time.
There we go.
While you're handling that, there is another place I could check, but I'd probably have to check alone.
How
Where?
long would it take you?
Are you feeling up
10
to it?
minutes,
as well?
maybe? It's also by the docks.
Are you feeling up to it?
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Take care of yourself.
Lulu will
She
split
always
off
does.
from the group and we can do whatever other people are doing.
all right, so we'll start with the Temple of Marduk. There is so you get down to the docks, and the Temple of Marduk is fairly easy to find because it's a giant longhouse, basically. It stands out from other buildings, because rather than being made of stone and being fairly square, it is sort of sitting on a dock that is slightly bending under the weight. It's just a large log longhouse designed in, like, if you think any stereotypical Nordic longhouse, that's what it looks like.
It's Hera.
It looks like a boat on flipped upside down with the door.
It looks like an upside down
exactly
boat.
like where we were when we got real drunk.
Yeah.
It's good.
And you guys sort of go up to it. The door is flung wide open. You don't have to knock. Inside, there is the sound of revelry and partying. There are people drinking, celebrating, having arm wrestling contests. It's very loud and obnoxious and headache-inducing for those of you that are ill.
Entirely too loud.
I hate this and I love it.
And sort of somewhere in the rally is this massive red-haired individual who is sort of bare from the waist up, and bare both in lack of clothing and in covered in this red shag of body hair. This muscular individual with a long red beard and hair equally red going down their back. Who has a mug in one hand and a steak and like a fork that is covered in some sort of meat in the other, who sees you and just sort of stomps over to you. This guy's about 7.5 feet tall and about 7.5 feet wide. Not quite, but he's like almost like sort of dwarf proportions on a Goliath body, kind of is sort of what he looks like.
Big.
Who sort of walks over. Who walks over?
His neck is slightly bigger than his head.
Who walks over? Welcome, welcome to the Church of Marduk, followers. How are you? What can we do for you today? Some of you look like shit.
We have need of the clerics of our brother.
Ah, well. Don't we all? Please come, have a seat. Tell me of your woes and what I can do to help.
Several of us are still feeling the lingering effects of Rethorb's curse, and we need it excised.
Some rats breathed on us.
Let me tell you, friend, exactly what happened to these mighty warriors here. You see, there was a ferocious demon that was haunting the Tower of the Gods, and these mighty champions took it upon themselves to go inside and slay this great evil. But unfortunately, he vomited forth a horrendous plague of disease-ridden rats upon them. But they triumphed over these rats and cut off the demon's head, which eventually exploded. But unfortunately, whatever poison boiled within the veins of these rat-like fiends was incised into the blood of these champions, and they now suffer still lingering effects from a demonic battle. And they could definitely benefit from a bit of tender love and care, if you take my meaning.
What Eshkill
That
said.
was entirely too loud.
What the actual fuck?
No, it was a good telling.
I don't know, but I
especially in the
enjoyed
house.
that story, and I was there.
It was a good telling, especially in the
Hey,
house.
don't
of
get me
Marduk.
wrong, I'm impressed, but what the actual fuck?
I like you. All right. Who needs help first, then? But we here in the Temple of Marduk do many things, including healing people that need it.
I point at Harry.
Yeah, Harry would be the... Yeah. Come over here, little one. And he says, pulling out a familiar-looking bowl and sort of sitting it on the table.
So one time you get to use that phrase. Sure.
He reaches down, and his hand is massive enough to just engulf your head.
Yep.
So he just sort of puts a hand on the side of your head, which ends up being the entirety of your head.
Right.
This is going to hurt. And as he casts a spell, and again, you feel as if all of your blood is on fire right now. As he, again, in a very similar way to what you guys saw with Corbin, extracts the rot from your veins. It just sort of comes out of your face, and into the bowl.
That was new levels of unpleasant.
Right?
And sort of swirls the bowl around, looks at it, crushes it, and throws it over his shoulder. Next!
5 of 10, only recommended for a few.
Gashkar
And
looks
he
over
actually-
at Hope.
And he actually has enough. He actually has enough magic left to do both the rest of you. So because Lulu is not
Okay.
there, so he
Yeah.
repeats. He repeats the casting, and you experience this not pleasant way of getting stuff pulled out of you twice over. And all of you, and the three of you now have your hit point maximums returned to normal.
And
That-
Gwyn will give him 30 platinum as a thank you.
Why, thank you. All donations to the Church of Marduk are appreciated.
And tax deductible.
There's taxing in this world.
There is.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
sure there
Very
is.
healthy
I'm
I'm not
bureaucracy.
sure
And-
that religion donations are deductible though.
I was gonna say, I feel like adventurers need to have some sort of tax exempt status because they are creating wealth. They are entrepreneurs.
So
We're
after,
taxed
We're
at a lower
redistributing wealth. That's we're definitely redistributing it. I don't know if we're creating it.
No, they're,
You don't
do you
understand
not-
how investing.
Do you guys not
Trust
remember
me,
the?
taxing us makes things cheaper.
Do you guys not remember
Not
the?
taxing.
Do you guys not remember the lovely bout of bureaucracy that Hope stumbled into earlier in the campaign?
Yeah.
That's fine. That's different.
Terrible.
so
They have a tax
af-
system as well.
after all the curses are excised, Gashkar kind of shakes her head a little bit. Oh, I feel significantly better, but I need to see just how better. And she kind of puts her elbow on the table and looks over at the cleric.
Marduk welcomes all challengers, and his elbow hits the table as well.
Gwyn leans over to Hope. Are we registered as a 501c3?
Hell if I know.
I heard
The
words.
fuck are you
but I
talking
don't.
about?
Yeah. Is that more that abyssal?
It's a
I
it's a
mean-
tax
I
thing.
mean,
It's a
I
tax
mean, I
thing.
have-
Yes, and
I
it is
have a-
definitely
I have
abyssal.
Private school that's like
Oh,
funded in another city. I feel like that's a tax haven.
go ahead and roll athletics check, Kashkar.
35.
Nice.
So you lean into it, and impressively, he doesn't move.
I like it.
And you sort of fight back and forth after a while, you manage to sort of start shifting him further back, and eventually you win. But it takes
it's-
a lot
it's a fight the
longer than
entire
you
way.
expected.
Yeah.
He rolled a 30.
Yeah.
And so his sort of hand hits the thing. And very well fought. But it does seem like your strength has returned.
And it's good to have it back.
Well, is there anything else you require of the brother to all? You are more than welcome to join our revelries here tonight.
You know, I haven't eaten much recently.
Please, there is food and mead aplenty.
Well, I think I'll take you up on that. If you see a Ghostwise halfling show up, just point her our direction.
What about the rest of you?
I have some errands to run. I'm just gonna go.
So Gashkar looks over at Gwyn. There were two major deities followed in the dragon clans, and I'm about to show you why one of them was Marduk.
I'm looking forward to it.
You're going to get drunk under the table, is what you're gonna get.
So, some of you...
That is a possibility.
Hope is heading off. Some of you are eating. I don't know what the rest of you are doing, but shifting over slightly. At the other end of the docks, there is a small shack that just sort of sits by itself, seemingly unnoticed by the majority of the population. That Lulu walks up towards.
Mm-hmm. I'll. If it seems like the door just opens, I'll open it. If not, I'll knock.
Yeah, you open the door. It opens. Step on in. Inside, you find yourselves. You find yourself looking at a variety of interesting and weird things all along the walls, bubbling potions, witches' cauldrons, disembodied arms hanging on walls like weapons would be. There's a bowl full of eyes on one side of the table, and behind the desk is the most withered looking person you have ever seen. As if somebody took a human and just squeezed all the liquid out of them. This rickety, skeletal, gaunt individual looks over and down at you. Well, hello there, and welcome to my shop. Is there something I can interest you in?
Lulu will responding by silent speech. I understand you deal in more unusual varieties of magic.
I do indeed. I have all manner of interesting things you might be looking for.
I am hoping to find something that might cleanse demonic plague.
I don't necessarily have anything that cleanses it, but I certainly do have things that might make you immune to the effects of such a thing.
Elaborate.
Well, certain vestigial organs that exist within demonic races, when transplanted into non-demonic entities, gives them some manner of constitution against their own virulent diseases.
You want a rot gland?
I mean, the demons don't suffer from the rot, so if you take on some aspect of the demons, you might also not suffer from the rot.
I mean, that is the general policy of blood hunters, yes. Interesting, but not quite what I'm looking for right now. So you don't have anything that's more active.
Most of the things that we sell here are enhancements. They're not so much things that you can simply utter a magic word and activate, but they are things that become a part of you, modifying you at the very base level. One of the troll arms on the wall twitches.
Would you like
How
a troll
subtle
arm
would such
on
a
your
thing
halfling
be?
body?
Depends entirely on what it is you're desiring. Everything that we apply fits onto the body we apply it to. You don't have to worry about being lopsided, she says, pointing at one of the various arms on the wall. But some things are more apparent than others. It is very hard, for instance, to cover up dragon scale. Other than clothing, I guess.
And specifically a resistance to demonicness gland would be more obvious, more subtle.
It would be internal. Any changes there would be to your physiology would be subtle.
Can I insight check this general sales pitch?
Sure.
I know I have disadvantage, but I'm gonna try. $12.
Seems to be on the level as far as you can tell.
What that level is a different story.
I mean, she's probably being honest about internal organs are not externally visible.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Okay, so maybe not that, at least not right now. But
I would make this.
you mentioned you have other things.
We have many things, though I will make it clear that all of the services I provide are extremely rare, and thus extremely costly.
It's not unexpected, but
But you perhaps care for the regenerative capabilities of a troll, or the
I spend too much time around fire for that.
The inherent power and strength of a dragon or giant.
What can be done subtly?
They have a variety of enhancements to your vision, to your eyes, to your teeth or tongue, internal organs, the muscles of your arms and legs.
And if I were a transformer myself to some extent?
All of our enhancements are guaranteed to play well with others.
Also, you'd be bastardized by Michael Bay.
No. No, there's not enough curvature to Lulu for there to be a pinup pose.
No, but you would be a transformer, not Megan Fox.
There are no girl transformers in Michael Bay movies. That would be girly.
Hence the bastardized by Michael Bay.
Yes, he would just turn you into an unrecognizable mishmash of technological bullshit.
That for some reason humped some female actress at one point or another. Yeah,
probably.
Fair. Okay.
We're all real big Transformers fans here, folks, and
Michael Bay is my hero.
Sorry. Sorry, John. I totally lost that last sentence.
I'm sorry.
Basically, out of character, they have. She has a lot of different modifications to your eyes, to your internal organs, to your teeth and tongues, to your musculature. Basically, it depends on what sort of a thing you might be interested in. They have troll flesh and dragon scales and dragon's teeth and various different types of tongues. They have beholder eyes. Any sort of body mods you could possibly think of for monster attributes, they can provide.
You could put eyes in your arm.
I mean, beholder eyes are definitely interesting, but I doubt they're actually subtle.
They're fairly subtle. The only real difference between a beholder's eye and your normal eye is the color.
You could put a bunch in your arm.
That doesn't work.
You're welcome.
They have to go in the eye.
You're welcome.
No, it's totally fine. I'm not mad about beholders getting massacred.
But no, and you can actually see there's a jar of eyes on the table, and they are larger eyes than yours, but apparently that doesn't matter.
If a troll arm wouldn't matter, a slightly larger eye.
The only real difference is the color. The iris is. These irises are yellow and pink and purple and blue and red, but they still would nominally look like your eye, just a different color.
Okay, because I, as a player, don't feel like going through the entire monster manual trying to figure it out. What, generally speaking, would be the traits that she is selling on that?
On the eyes? Or
yeah.
Okay, so
eyes.
Yeah, the eyes. So beholder eyes, and I can just tell you as a player right now. Let me pull it up real quick.
Yeah.
Beholder eyes provide, in addition to providing dark vision, which I don't think you are. I don't think
I have some dark vision, but so I don't know if this would matter, but my Blood Hunter dark vision stacks with whatever dark vision I have from other sources.
Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da. Would you not? No, please. God damn. Information! Would you stop, please? Alright. Okay. The choice of eyes that you have if you want to get a beholder eye. There is they have in addition to giving you dark vision of up to of 120 feet.
Mm-hmm.
There is an eye that you can use as an anti-magic cone. Basically
Activated or passive?
it is in your case it would be activated. Where basically you can activate a 150-foot cone in front of you that would be anti-magic.
Yeah.
There is a charm ray, which is a wisdom saving throw or be charmed. A paralyzing ray, which is a constitution saving throw or be paralyzed. A fear ray, which is a wisdom saving throw or be frightened. A slowing ray, which is a dexterity saving throw or be slowed. An innervation ray, which is necrotic damage on a failed constitution save. A telekinetic ray, which lets you pick up things and throw them. Living things have a strength save. A sleep ray, which is a wisdom saver fall asleep. A petrification ray, which is a dexterity save or be turned to stone. A disintegration ray, which is a bunch of force damage that can reduce you to ash. And a death ray, which is a bunch of necrotic damage. They get more expensive as they go, depending on what you're wanting.
Yeah. Okay, so
I want Death Ray.
I don't think any of us have the money for a death ray.
No.
How much would the telekinetic?
No, but William wants to be Balor of the Evil Eye, so you know.
Exactly.
The telekinetic ray.
No.
Let me pull up a thing here.
Lulu's gonna make bad decisions while she's poisoned.
The telekinetic ray would be 10,000 gold.
Okay, which is
100
platinum.
Okay, yeah, that's more than I have.
1,000
Was that 1,000 platinum?
1,000. Yeah.
Yeah, that's more than I have.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they're all similar in price, huh?
There is a large price range here.
Okay.
Some of the status effect eyes are a lot cheaper than the damage dealing eyes.
Yeah.
Or the turn you to stone eye, I'm assuming.
Or the anti-magic field eye.
Yeah.
The anti-magic field eye is the most expensive one.
Yeah, no shit.
And actually,
everything's immune to charm and fear, though. At this point, slow. How much is the one that slows things?
The slowing eye. Let me check.
What if to activate it, you just have to blink with that eye real slow once?
Yes.
The slowing eye is 5,000 gold.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
500 plat, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So not reasonably in the party's price range. Yeah. Okay.
Oh no, it is.
Oh yes, it is.
Yeah.
Not
Most of us have a
not
lot of-
in
For some,
not in your price range, maybe.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
It's not in Gash cards either, so don't feel bad.
not
Um,
Corvus
Well,
either.
Lulu's really rich for someone who lived in a forest and poached off farmers.
banditry tends to make money. But other things that you might be interested in, the demonic gallbladder, which is the thing that would make you immune to Rathorb's curse, or Rathorb's rot, is only like 1,000 gold.
100 platinum.
So that is still significantly. Again, just as a player, I'm trying to figure out what is actually within the range that I can afford.
There is nothing. So I will give you the cheapest realm of possibility here. The cheapest thing that this person has to sell is 1,000 gold.
Okay, yeah.
The
right.
the anti-magic field eye, just in case anybody is curious.
Yeah.
We're always curious.
What's the most expensive thing on the list?
The anti-magic
Is it
field
the
eye.
anti-magic eye?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's a 150-foot cone of just no fucking magic.
Yeah, the anti-magic eye is 200,000 gold.
Makes sense.
Is that all?
200. Wait, that'd be 20.
Now, is it
Yeah.
big enough that you
1,000
like have to get it implanted in your abdomen and like pull your shirt open to make
It
it happen?
shrinks. It shrinks.
Okay.
It's like
Everything.
tuning to any other magic item. It shrinks to fit the user.
Yes, all magic items shrink to fit the user,
Okay.
including
Okay.
these enhancements.
So yeah, there's
I wanted a
nothing
belly
she can
eye.
actually afford.
I mean, if you want a belly eye, that can be done.
Rip your shirt open to cancel out magic.
We here support all forms of transhumanism, whatever you are trans. I'm trying to think of what the
No, it'd be
transhumanism.
transhumanism. It's just
Yeah.
mystic transhumanism.
Speciesism.
I'm just trying. No, I'm just trying to think of what the term would be in like a D&D setting where not everyone's a human.
Transhumanism.
Transhumanoidism.
Yeah.
Transhumanoidism.
one.
There we go.
There you go.
Okay,
we here
cool.
we here at this weird witch's shop support all forms of transhumanism. If you would like a giant eye in your belly, you could have a giant eye in your belly.
I just wasted a whole bunch of time because I probably should have started by asking out of character about prices.
That's fine. But yes,
I'm just envisioning Seth from Street Fighter 4 with like the
big-
yin yang
yeah,
symbol
the
in
yin yang
his
symbol.
torso.
Yeah.
Only it's just the beholder eye.
Yep.
So yeah, and once you leave the place, your memories of what you experienced are vague and muddied at best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not great, but okay. Damn it. She was really hoping that was an entirely different kind of shop.
No, that is the body mod shop.
It's the X-Men reference here shop.
Yeah. Oh, no, you don't want to go there either. Spiral will fuck your shit up.
Yes, I feel like there is a lot of catches that we haven't discussed when it comes to these particular magics as well.
I will close my list of what happens when an adventurer implants a beholder's eye into them for now, and see if we can't revisit that later.
Look, if you want us to do it, you need to make it affordable.
Going
Give us more money.
Because
Going to body shops results in things like weird supernatural side effects or
weird
1990s
ableist
comic
responses to
book
blindness.
racism. I was going to say 1990s comic book racism.
That too. That was the body shop.
Yes, that was
Oh,
the
God.
fucking body shop.
Anyways,
We've sidetracked.
that tangent aside, so what where are you heading to next, Lulu?
No, just notably, she wasn't opposed to the idea at all. It was just expensive.
Yeah.
I'm headed to, I guess, the Temple of Marduk. That's going to be loud, and I don't feel good.
All right, so you head to the temple, and we will shortcut you getting healed. So Gashkar and Gwynferon were staying at the temple. Where was Corbin and Harry going?
Oh yeah, staying at. Are you kidding?
Harry staying?
Yeah, Stan.
Like
Corbin staying?
17 drinks in right now.
Okay, all right. So Hope,
Yes.
where are you going?
I am going first to. I think she'll take a call from this one. I'm going first to the temple of what here? Pull list of gods up now. Elenirethus.
Elenirethus?
Nope, that's not it. That's the dragon one, which is the other one. Aradanir. There we go. Other
Aradanir.
E sound.
Okay. So you go into the temple around here. It's getting late, so
Yep.
it's dark outside, which means that there are a lot of closed curtains in the temple of Aradanir with soft sighs coming from the other side.
All right.
Some less soft than others. And there is a very, very lightly dressed, very physically attractive priestess at the temple who greets you at the door.
I was wondering, I need a cleric to help me get in contact with a friend who's away. Is there anyone who can do that for me?
Depends on what kind of contacting you're desiring.
Not that kind. I'm good. No, I to talk.
I like how that phrase from this particular priestess gets that rich.
Skype sex costs more.
Yes, it does. If it's just a conversation you're wishing to have, a number of people that can provide that service.
Yep, I just need to converse with my friend. I need an intermediary because I can't do that.
Very well, very well. We will give us a moment. And she sort of steps behind a curtain. You hear the sound of somebody getting spanked.
Mm.
There is leather cracking in the distance. Continuing with the soft and not so soft sighs coming from various curtains. After about 20 or 30 minutes of listening to what you are assuming are various sex sounds,
Mm-hmm.
a male priest comes back. This one wearing sort of leather pants and like a bandolier, but no shirt or anything. Comes back. So you wish to send a message to somebody?
Yes, to my friend Selena. Is that possible?
Is this Selena a devotee of our order?
Yes. She's a devotee of a few, but I'm assuming this is one she likes.
All right, let me simply look at the description of some spells.
All right.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Sending, technically, you need another person, but we'll see.
Are you familiar with this person? I would assume you are, if you're there.
Yes.
You them as a friend.
Yes.
I can provide you with the means to contact them.
Good. Perfect. Where?
He reaches into his pouch and pulls out into a pouch. Sorry, not his. Pulls out a stone and hands it to you.
Okay.
Focus on the individual, and the magic will flow from this stone.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna sit on the
We have
just
a
the
variety
floor.
We have a variety of couches, chairs, and benches if you'd like to be comfortable.
I'm good on the floor. I'm gonna sit on the floor right here.
Many people are.
Yep. Okay. Concentrate on Selena.
So you sit on this like sort of shag rug that is on the floor.
Is there a non-rug based surface? I want to sit on some stone floor.
No, most of the floor is carpeted in this temple.
Okay, all right.
Every surface has to be ready.
You have a spell store on your hand that you could store the sending spell in.
I could, but then I can't use the one that I have right now.
This is an item, not a...
Yeah.
No.
I could ask him to store a spell in my hand, but we'll see. That depends on how this conversation goes.
You could indeed ask him to store a spell in your hand.
Yep. All right.
I love this temple. I love this temple. It is the best temple.
So let's see, 25 words or something, right?
Yep.
Selena, it's Hope. So 3. Because I don't know if my voice travels through it or what. Because I have no idea how the spell works.
And that's the spell.
And that was 25 words.
No, that was not. I haven't cast it yet. I'm composing first.
Yes,
I've done this before.
So it's
have you found the scales? What what else did I ask her to do? Are they safe? That's 11.
Yep.
Do you have the gate? 16. And how are you? Which brings it to, I think, about
20.
even 20.
20.
Yep, that's
Yep.
20.
All right.
So you send that message,
Yep. Just like that.
you get no response.
Why not?
Swear to God, if you've killed off another one of my characters off screen, John.
I have not killed off another one of your
Planar boundaries.
I
Yeah,
have not
there might
killed
be.
off a character off screen. You don't know why it didn't get sent. It didn't. There's no response.
There's no answer.
Selena was secretly the reincarnation of Nerali all along. Both of them died off panel.
That would be if Selena was the reincarnation of Nerali. No!
Is that a spell that normally you can cast not just from a rock? Because I have I can store a spell. I can cast one later.
Certainly, I can provide you with a casting of the spell as well.
Yes, please. I'll hold out my hand.
I'll look at it for a second, sort of figure out what it is, and cast a spell into it. And yeah, you have one
Sweet.
casting of sending in your hand.
Okay. All right. I have ascending. Okay. Thank you. How much gold was that?
Oh, you don't need to worry about
Just
it.
a couple spells.
It takes the rock back.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Enjoy your night, I guess. I'm going.
He smiles, walks back, pulls a whip off the wall as he walks back behind a curtain.
Yep. All right. I am going to try and scrub all that from my mind.
It's
Now-
not going away.
Hope the kink shamer.
Yeah. Now I'm going to go to the it's
Mediator.
late. Would it still be open?
Probably not.
Probably not. Damn it. All right. Then I'll just go to one of her temples because I know those are open pretty much usually, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I'll go do that.
Okay. You go to a temple of Laretha.
All right. Is it the same one I went to before? Actually,
Yes.
I would want to go to that one. How's the furniture?
It seems to have been repaired.
Okay, good.
After a gelatinous cube ate one of the pews.
Yes. Gelatinous cube incident.
It's been a
Good
while
times.
since you were here. It's been about a
Yeah.
month or so. Or no,
It has-
a week or
that
so.
long?
Yeah, it's about not
It's
quite
only
a
been-
month. It's been
No.
about half a month.
Okay. All right.
2 weeks, yeah.
All right. Have I smoked my pipe today? I don't think so. This is an important question. All right, let's try this again. Don't know what's going on, and I just want some answers. So please, for once, just answer my questions. And I'm gonna try and pray again for like the 500th time.
I love the perils of the non-divine faithful that we've got here.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
All right. Seven. Oh my god, they're always terrible.
Why'd you roll a disadvantage?
Oh, because
I
I
mean,
hadn't changed it back from.
It'd be 11, which still
Yeah, that's still terrible.
no response. also realize you haven't heard as you're sitting here thinking quietly, trying to pray. You also realize you haven't heard your Deva.
No, I
since
haven't,
you made
and
that deal.
it's kind of disturbing.
I mean, that is exactly what he
That
promised
was
you.
specifically included in the deal. If you care.
Yes.
Yep.
But it is still disturbing. I'm gonna go just wander the city.
Okay.
I don't want to go and drink, so I'm just gonna wander. And yeah.
So you wander. Most of the rest of you are drinking and partying at Marduk's. Lulu, what are you doing after you get healed?
So I was headed to Marduk's if I'm able to.
Yeah, no, you get, and I said we were going to shortcut you getting cured.
Yeah.
So
Once I'm healed, who's still at the bar? Corbin,
Gashkar,
Gwen.
Corbin, Harry, and Gwen.
Everybody but Hope.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So if both.
And
Almost
and they
literally-
would have pointed us out to you because I told them if a Ghostwise halfling comes in, point her. our
I
direction.
mean, Ghostwise halflings pointedly don't read as Ghostwise.
Yeah, that's fair.
And
But a halfling suffering from Rethorp's rot coming in to get cured, you can make
yeah,
connections.
that would probably make it fairly obvious. But she gonna do this. Let's see.
Harry is doing her best to literally drink more than she weighs.
You are succeeding.
So, yeah, if it seems like people are already in the process of getting drunk, she's not going to necessarily pull anyone aside, but to Harry primarily, because. So, you know how you had questions about the.
A lot of things.
So, you know how Gwen mentioned Eshkill being also in that brain?
Something like that. I don't know. There's been, so have you ever how's a good way to explain this? Have you ever walked in when somebody was in the process of telling a story, only they're telling it in a language you almost get but don't quite get?
Mm-hmm.
That's what every waking moment since I've run into you people has been like.
Okay, so I was going to give you a summary of all the things that are important to know, but in fairness, that would probably make it worse and more confusing. So I'm going to say, what questions do you have? And we'll start there. Biggest question.
Hold on just a second. Okay. I'm assuming just a general what the fuck is not a valid question.
Well, I can answer that, but I think it would be confusing. So if you have any specific questions, that might be easier.
Okay. Well, since you brought that one up, what the fuck's an Eshkill?
So Gwen has two minds to one body, but not in the normal way where that happens. Eshkill is who Gwen was before Gwen died, and this Gwen reawakened his past life.
So it's like a reincarnation, okay?
Yeah. It's like a
Sub-question.
reincarnation, but they're different people.
Sub question that doesn't relate to the general thing. what is the normal way that two minds occupy
that
one
was my
body?
question.
Because I've never heard of that before.
Like, so you've met Amarok. Amarok is
That was
that
the
big,
big wolf
spirit
thing.
wolf that you tried to stab because you were really silly.
I mean, it was the big wolf thing that I tried to stab because it was a big fucking wolf thing. Why would you not try to stab it? Technically, I didn't try to stab. I tried to slam an axe into it. But yes.
More of a slicing motion, really.
Sorry.
Why would you
sorry, I
not?
shouldn't make fun of people.
I didn't know you were making fun of me. Now I'm offended.
But like Amarok is a big spirit wolf that my blood and the blood of my entire clan runs through.
Okay.
So that's the normal way, like spirit possession, either like there's a demon or like casually you end up with a second soul because there's a magic ring or something, you know.
I'm going to point out that you put demon possession and normal in the same sentence.
What I meant was, like, it's
Beautiful.
not any of those things.
So
It's a
beautiful.
weird reincarnation thing, not
Okay.
a possession thing.
I'm with you. I'm following along somehow.
Good. Yeah. So it's not a possession. It's just a... I don't really get it. It has something to do with the seasonal cycle, which ended up being broken but not broken. But the salient point is that Eshkill is who Gwen used to be before Gwen was Gwen.
Okay. I can get on board with that. It's fucking weird, but I can get on board with that. Let me see. Nobody really explained that whole tower bullshit. So
Sure.
they were just like, hey, you want to go to tower and kill demons? And I was like, I feel like there's a backstory here that someone's not telling me.
Okay.
But killing demons. And then you know what didn't happen? Do you know what didn't happen, Lulu?
You didn't get to kill a demon?
Yes!
There was a demon.
Sorry.
You helped kill it.
That's
Yeah,
a
but you
cardinal
didn't get
thing.
to-
We don't
Kill
exactly
it.
know what's in the tower each time we go there. Yeah. But from what I understand, the simple version, not the magic stupid Gwen version,
Okay.
is the world has an edge because the gods fucked up. And so to help the gods fix that, we need to go into the tower and be like, hey, here's the thing. Here's where you need to fix the world. And once they see that, they can go smash the world, gets fixed a little bit. And that's what the giant magic hammer is.
Okay. To
The
clarify.
world getting expanded.
Okay. So when you say the world has an edge, you mean the world is ending at a certain point, not the world is 13 years old, wears a lot of makeup and cuts itself.
No, like I haven't actually been there, but according to the others, there is a purple blackness on the edge of where the world is
Okay.
that shouldn't be there.
Sure. That's a thing somebody said once that I heard about.
Yeah. I think that we're basically demons are fucking with gods and we're trying to help the gods because we'd like there to be a planet.
So it sounds to me like the answer is both A and B. Okay.
Yes, probably. I didn't really question it.
No, and that's fair. I was a little disappointed. I was expecting something big and horned, and maybe lots of big and horned things, and then fucking Rat Man.
Yeah.
What kind of
And
bullshit
and
is
I
that?
think the tower's different every time we go in there. Like the last time we were there, the koala had a body, but was like half black and half white.
Sloth.
Sloth. I don't know why Aaron seems to think this sloth is a koala, but this is a mistake I have made every single session that we have brought it up.
Okay. Feel like I have a lot. But I can't really think of any at the moment.
Let's go down the list. Hope has magic ancestry and also a complicated relationship with making deals with gods. Corbin's an asshole with a spear. Gwen, we kind of covered. But
I love
you can
that
also
Cody
see the
nods to
future.
that.
Cody's like, yep.
There
This is
isn't
all
really
true?
any
This is all
huge
true?
questions that Lulu's aware of in regards to how Corbin does the things he does.
Yeah.
Kashkar is a friend to some dragons and also has a dragon. I'm a
yeah.
werewolf.
Right.
Wynn's a wizard.
Yeah, that's those ones.
Okay. I feel like there's a lot of information I'm gonna need at some point, but I feel like you have explained things pretty well up to now.
The good thing this is all mental conversation.
Oh, hey, here you guys are.
Stuff.
Tomorrow, you guys want to help me come find a magic stick?
Why?
Sure, Gwen.
Because it's better than my current magic stick, and if we're going to keep fighting the tower and get the world back in one piece, I would like a better magic stick.
Is this the
Magic
magic
sticks
stick
are
you
great.
asked the god about?
Yes.
Lulu will look back to, I haven't even been with these people very long. The point is, if there's something you don't have context for, I'm gonna try and explain it.
I appreciate that.
Context is important. Who needs another drink?
Are we gonna explain the whole... Gwen...
I'm still standing right here.
Okay. When
I
are we
can
going to talk about the other part of the reincarnation thing? Because you said not to. And that's allowed.
The bit where Gashkar are also reincarnated people?
Yeah, the bit where us gesturing around the table.
Wait, what?
All right, Harry, here's the thing. So, some people are created out of... some people, this is their first go-around. Some people, this is not their first go-around. You following me so far?
Yeah.
Okay. Last go-around, Gashkar, Lulu, and me were all very good friends.
Okay.
This go-around, we hadn't met yet, but I sort of figured out that we had on last go-around. So, and I figured out also that getting everybody together, the three of us with Hope and Corbin, and, well, there was a sorceress, but then she left, was going to be important to making sure the tower got cleaned up. Because once the tower is cleaned up, then we've got a shot at actually getting the world all in one piece again.
And then that's why I said to you.
That's a very good way to put it.
Trademark Lulu.
Oh, very good, Lulu. Yes, Lulu is a good explainer of things. Especially people. Lulu is very good at explaining people.
Okay.
So... that's why I need a magic stick. A better magic stick than my current.
There's a term to describe what just happened, and it's cognitive dissonance.
Your cognitive dissonance.
It's because he's drunk. Gashkar says as she walks.
I'm
by and
well
grabs him by
aware.
the collar.
I'm well
Come
aware.
on.
I'm making fun of him.
That happens a lot.
As she
Welcome
grabs
to the
him by-
club.
As she grabs him by the collar and proceeds to walk back to the bar. Come on, you need
Do
another
not-
drink.
I'm at the bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
Gashkar's
disparage.
Rizzo's
also
the only
drunk.
one that's not drinking heavily, I assume.
Gashkar's also drunk and therefore got turned around.
A little bit.
Let's go in a
We're
circle.
going to the bar. The bar. Oh, that was faster than I thought.
So, while all of that's been happening, Hope, you step
Yes.
outside the northern gate of Kor,
Mm-hmm.
and you find yourself staring up at the portable tower that Galadir has planted outside the northern gate of Kor currently.
Wizards. Okay. Wizards. All right. Hopefully then not, I don't know, knock, knock, knock.
The door opens.
Hello?
You hear your voice echoing back.
I had to go in last time, didn't I? Okay. This is all right. Fine. I go in.
All right, you walk in. You find yourself once again in that long central corridor wherein there are lined with metal tubes that seem to be filled with copies of Galadir.
Yep.
And sort of tending to one of them is Galadir, who this tall, platinum-haired elf turns to look at you. Ah, welcome. Hope, wasn't it? Yes.
Yep.
Yes. What can I do for you?
I need to speak to Galadir.
You're speaking to Galadir.
Okay. Are you the most recent version? Or I don't know, cuz you don't share like information. Do you like share information with each other like telepathically, or is this kind of like a separate person's thing? I'm just constantly confused by all of this magic nonsense, and I'm trying to figure it out.
I think you're probably overthinking it.
Okay. All right. Fine then. I was wondering. I just wanted to, because I've learned magic, not a ton, enough to probably blow myself up. So I was wondering if just wanted to ask you some questions about, and out of character, John, I believe at some point Hope was made aware that Galadir remembers stuff from before the end of the world, right? I believe that happened.
No.
No?
No, Galadir does not remember anything from before the end of the world.
Okay.
Galadir,
I thought he had. All
no,
right.
Galadir.
Or he's from an organization that.
Yes, he's from
survived.
he's from an organization
Got it.
that existed. That correctly. He's from an organization that existed beyond the abyss.
Beyond the abyss. Okay.
And he was trying
Yeah.
to, and he had he much like many other Abyssborn, he had memories of this
Mhm.
organization before it pre-existed or whatever.
Yep.
And
Mm-hmm.
he has studied a lot of the sort of the implications and mechanical aspects of the abyss
Yes.
by
Okay,
doing
cool.
things like making clones of himself and throwing them into the abyss. And
Yes.
What?
Yes, I remember that one. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted some more. I'm trying to figure out how the abyss works still, because you can't go and look at it anymore. So I'm
I
just
mean, you could.
yeah, it's a long way away, and we've got stuff here to do.
If you'd like, I can send you there. I can
Maybe in a bit.
I can go with you and then bring you back as well if you'd like to.
Yes. Yes, I would not like to go there on my own. Thank you very much. But yes, I would like to visit again.
That's a thing we can do. What aside from that, what questions do you have?
I was just trying to figure out the abyss, and you and that what was her name? Magic
Elisaria?
caster. Yes, Elisaria in the in Underhold. You belong to a group because you wear like similar robes and things.
The Azure Legion.
What is that?
As far as I've been made aware, the Azure Legion is an organization of magical users dedicated to the betterment of society and civilization as a whole. We apparently originate from another continent across a great sea, which has recently come back into being, I assume through the efforts that you and your group have been taking within the Tower of the Gods.
Yeah. Which continent? Where do you know the area?
Still lies beyond the edge of the abyss as it stands. The edge of the abyss,
Okay.
as it stands currently, is in the middle of an ocean. On all sides. So there's that.
All right. It's not there yet. Okay. All right. And I was wondering, because I got my friend to look at this, but I think you might be more powerful than him, or at least have more clones, which...
I certainly have more clones than whoever your friend.
Yes. So I'm trying to figure out what exactly this is, and I will hold out the rod, the 3 pieces of the rod.
I'll reach over and call out his hand.
Yep, I'll hand it to him.
Take it, look at it, flip it around. Make an Arcana check. Yeah.
Come on, Galadir.
Well, he rolled really low, but that's still a 25. He rolled lower than a 10 and got a 25. I'll just give you that much.
Attaboy!
This is a divine astral beacon of some kind, infused with the essence of magic itself, crafted, I would assume, by the elemental chaos, who is the source of most magic in the world. Designed to... It has several incidental abilities, including giving its bearer an amount of power, as long as one is attuned to it, but primarily it seems to be something akin to a focus that magic users use. Something designed to channel the raw energy of magic into a form. He holds up his other hand where you can see a sort of platinum band on one of his fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, magic users, many of which many choose to use staves or wands. I use a ring. The ring itself serves as a focusing tool, which allows us to concentrate our magical reserves into a specific form. For those who don't have them, there are things such as more esoteric ingredients. Some people use herbs and specific pinches of ash and powder and cloth and variety of ingredients that are required to shape the form of magic, which many magic users can shortcut with a focus. This is similar to that, but on a divine scale.
Okay, so when I cast something through this, it's channeling straight from the combined divine energy. Yes?
At the very least, not quite. The elemental chaos is slightly different from the rest of the divines. You are evidently aware of the divine pool of magic that all of the divines draw from.
Yes.
The elemental chaos has a separate reserve, which is not divine in nature, but arcane. The elemental chaos is the sentient embodiment of arcane magic. The easiest way to explain this would be, imagine a pool of water from which you drink.
Yes.
And this water sustains you.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if that pool of water from which you drink was infinitely vast and also sentient.
Okay, that's unsettling.
That is the elemental chaos.
All right, the pool, and it's infinite.
Yes.
The infinite sentient puddle.
Don't tell them that to their face.
The Magic's there are many different sources of magic: divine, arcane, and other. In the sense of the elemental chaos draws upon the divine wellspring as much as anyone else, but also draws upon the arcane magic that is itself.
Okay. And none of the other gods draw from that arcane pool.
No.
Okay.
Wizards do.
Wizards do. Does anyone else?
In a technical sense, sorcerers do, but that is more complex than sorcerers are more like a piece of that magical pool has broken off and become alive, more than draw from it directly like wizards do.
Eldritch Knights.
That explains a lot about Selena. Okay. All right.
Arcane tricksters. Warlocks!
Warlocks do not draw from that arcane pool. Warlocks draw from their patron.
No. Who draws from the arcane pool?
Who may or may not draw from the arcane pool.
Maybe.
Depending
Who
on
may or may not.
It depends.
Depends on
yes.
yeah.
Fascinating.
Somewhere
okay.
there is a fire genasi doesn't even know why she's doing it. Is screaming, "Fucking elitist wizard bullshit liar bastard!"
As she is dragging like a 30-pound, like a huge scale across a desert or something.
All right. Okay. What? Thought experiment time. What might happen if this broke?
Well, it would certainly have an immense magical backlash. Depends on at what point it broke. He was indicating the sort of broken end of it. It seems to have already been broken. So, typically, for instance, a magical staff, when you break it, some of them destroy quite a bit of land around them. Some of them just break. So if it's already been broken once, then it may not do anything if it's broken again. I would have to have whatever this artifact is in its entirety to give you a more accurate, detailed information. This is only a part of it.
Of course. Okay. But it may or may not blow up a giant crater in the world.
I don't think it wouldn't be. I can't imagine that it would be that physically destructive. Even as something created by the elemental chaos itself, it is still a focus as far as I can tell. Not a.
It'd be like if you broke your antenna, not if you broke the battery.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay.
Your antenna doesn't explode if you break it. Your battery might.
Okay. This is strange. Okay. All right.
Again, that is only assumption. I cannot say for certain without having the entirety of the thing in front of me.
Random question. Can I put it, because it's in one piece now, it's all the pieces like Voltron together.
Yes.
Can I pull them apart again?
No.
Okay.
They are seamlessly merged back together.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, all right. And the Abyss is still out there and doing its. So the Abyss is the Abyss part of this? Because I'm still not sure. There's a lot of theories about the Abyss and what it is and what's keeping it there. So it's currently the unformed. Is the Abyss the pool?
No.
Okay.
From what I can tell, the Abyss is aspects of the goddess Eidos.
Okay, and that's divine magic again.
Yes.
That's the other well.
Yes, it would be the invested divine magics that have been distributed via IDOS.
Okay.
It would be the other pool, not the one that's the elemental magic. Not the one that the elemental chaos is.
Okay. All right. I still don't understand. Okay. No, I'm actually I was kind of interested in the what did you call it? The Azure Legion? You said a group of people dedicated to using magic for good?
The betterment of civilization and society, yes.
Which is what? What's the betterment?
Its protection, its continued existence, the improvement of the various facilities and resources that we have at hand. Elisaria, for example, Elisaria spent quite a lot of her time when first we were awoken here, helping Twin Rivers to improve their farming technique, to improve their output of crops, to increase the amount of food available for people in such a small and hard to acquire new resources area.
What do you do?
I study magic as it exists. The underpinning aspects of magic and all of the ways it can go interestingly wrong or the ways that it can be improved. Trying to determine the nature of the abyss, for instance, is one of my longer projects, and a way that it can be dealt with, aside from sacrificing people to a tower that seems to be intent on killing them.
Yeah. Well, you hurt my friend, too, so...
That was a request made of me by a village, to assist with a problem of possession of some kind.
So what have you been trying to do up at the tower? Because you went in once and got stuck.
Yes. Would not let me continue.
Mm-hmm. So you just... Because we've gone in 3 times now.
Congratulations.
Come back out. Well, I and Corbin have. Not everyone else has. Buzz. Is it just you two then in this legion? It's a very small legion.
No, it's not just the two of us. However, the two of us are the only ones in this land.
Oh, okay. It's just a satellite group.
Something like that.
All right. And the rest of you are somewhere still in the abyss.
Beyond the veil of the abyss, yes.
Doing the same thing that you all are?
I would assume.
That's bizarre. Okay. I want to see the abyss again.
Okay. He walks. He sort of waves you to follow him as he heads over towards the spiral staircase that is at the back of the tower.
Okay, I follow.
And he heads up. As you follow him up the tower, you pass by several other open floor plans, and you see several other Galadir working on various other things.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually he ends up in what looks to be a large a chamber with a large teleportation circle sort of etched into the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Moving over towards the teleportation room. He waves a hand, and you see that ring on his hand flare up with energy as he goes through an intricate series of motions to tear a hole in reality. As this doorway opens up, this gate opens up, and he motions for you to step through.
Yep, I will.
And he follows after you, and you see this gate has opened up. You step out onto what appears to be a large rocky protrusion that is sitting alone amidst an ocean. It is this sort of like proto mountain that juts up several hundred feet above the water surface below. You can hear water crashing against it. And you also hear this massive sound of a waterfall. And looking off in the distance, you can see where the ocean around you just suddenly drops off, and the abyss is just beyond it. As Galadier steps up next to you.
Well,
Yes, this is the current edge of the world. He points out at the abyss as it goes. It's entirely in an ocean. That would be the separating point between our current lands and the land that I remember.
are we off of west of the Highlands, or are we by Taram right
This
now?
is far to the east of Taram.
Okay. Depends on which way you're... Okay. The directions are strange. Okay.
If you're looking at the map, to the right.
Got it. All right. And I want to stare into the abyss for a while.
All right, you stare into the abyss.
Yep. I'm just trying
It stares into you.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure things out.
Okay.
That's what Hope does, is she's an investigator. So she's trying to figure out what the hell is going on and what's the right thing to do. Yeah. Stare at the abyss a while.
Hope is staring into the abyss.
Yes.
Is it staring
Aaron
back?
just made that joke, Jack.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, good. Somebody had to make the joke. Okay,
Not
I just wanted
yet.
to make sure.
Because Hope hasn't stared too long. That is,
Okay.
by the quote, clearly only when the
Yes.
abyss stares back.
That no,
There
it,
you go.
it does right. If it's a normal
When the
duration of
abyss
staring
starts to
into the
feel
abyss, you're
uncomfortable and be like, "Why are you staring at me?"
fine.
and starts to stare
Stare
back.
that long. Have you not met her?
Rude much? All right,
Yes.
you stare into the abyss.
Hi, Idos.
Meanwhile, the rest of you. How drunk and or passed out are the rest of you?
So Lulu has
Wind
probably
is
had
only drunk enough.
Lulu?
probably had 2 or 3 drinks, but like has had significant food in the process of having those drinks. So it's probably not sober, but not badly drunk.
All right. Harry.
There is a bar stool that is just slowly spinning that has a halfling draped over it. And it's consistently moving only because every now and then her foot kicks out and slams into the bar and keeps it rotating.
I figured she'd be just grabbing the legs and just constantly pulling herself around.
No, she's not quite sober or conscious enough for that.
You know, the kicking is in her sleep.
Yeah.
House.
Corbin?
He's let's see. He's gonna get shit-faced because he doesn't particularly feel well.
Corbin
So,
is in the process of becoming shit-faced.
Yep, getting shit-faced.
Gashkar?
Gashkar's been drinking a lot, but has been eating significantly more to balance out, and so is probably drunk a hell of a lot. But with her high con save and
There's only
with
so
the
much
amount of
food you can have to offset the amount of alcohol you can have.
This
I'm gonna
is-
tell you that
this
right
is
now.
the-
Those of you at home that maybe don't drink all that much, eating and drinking it, eating so that you don't get drunk as quickly is a thing, but it
Yes.
only works to a certain point.
Yes.
Yeah, that tank still gets
2 or
full,
3 light
and you don't want
beers
it to come
within
back
that range.
Yeah. And no,
Yeah,
I'm just
definitely.
I just
2 or 3
making
light beers, you're gonna be fine.
I just make it clear, because there are people that think, hey, so long as I'm eating chicken wings and drinking, I'll be fine. No, it doesn't work that way.
No.
No, you won't.
No, so what I'm saying is,
You will throw up, and the chicken wings will go with it.
No, there are other people who are just drinking and drinking heavily, Whereas she's drinking heavily with a lot of food as well. So combining her high con save and the fact that she's actually eating and not just drinking, she's probably drunk but still standing.
There you go.
I mean, I should be clear. Harry, it was eating some too, because of course you eat when you drink, because you multiple flavors better.
We are a party of alcoholics.
Weighs 42 pounds.
Most.
So even with almost maximum con save,
Doesn't matter. Yes, most D&D parties eventually get to be alcoholics.
Gwyn has honestly been drinking 2 out of every 3 beverages out of his tankard, and then 1 out of one out of a mundane cup. So he's more or less fine.
Mm-hmm.
Gashkar has no watch to take, so she's fine actually drinking alcohol.
Okay, so you guys are getting fucked up, and eventually we'll all pass out.
Yep.
Before that happens, though,
Okay.
Gwyn goes over to Harry, grabs her hand, casts Featherfall into it,
Oh.
Okay.
goes over
Harry, you have
to
a casting of
Gashkar.
Featherfall in your hand.
casts Shield into Gashkar's hand.
Was that the useful one, really?
Yeah, that's the +5 for a round.
No, I mean it's like that was what she. It's like is that the one you thought would be most useful for me?
I was gonna
That's
say,
what I-
what, greater invisibility wasn't available?
Nope, don't have that one prepared.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Goes over to Corbin. Misty Step.
Not Featherfall?
I've used up what I had.
Fair.
And I'm not casting things at higher level currently. Goes over to Lulu. All right. Here's what I got. Do you want to be able to open doors or walk through walls?
Walls?
I feel like if you have one, you don't need the other.
That is the philosophy of the Blood Hunter.
What was the spell?
Pass wall.
You have Pass Wall in your hand.
There you go.
There you go.
Thank you.
No problem. 1, 2, 3. The fuck is Hope?
Still had errands.
I said, yeah, that's what she went to do. I said, where the fuck is Hope?
Probably out
Wizard,
still doing
you can
errands.
find people.
She doesn't
I'll
tell
do you-
us that.
Why the fuck is Hope?
No one knows.
She doesn't tell us that one either.
Okay, well.
Half in sleep. Who the fuck is Hope?
The ASMR.
So eventually, you all pass out, and after passing out, the various priests of Marduk will pick you up and put you into the recovery bunk beds that they have, because of course they do. They have beds in the temple.
Yeah, I'm fairly sober, but okay.
After passing out, not before passing out.
I'm not gonna walk up and be like, "You look tired," and just pick you up.
Yeah, no. They wait until it becomes apparent you're not going to be able to leave on your own. And then they go, "Okay, here's a bed." Meanwhile, Hope, how long
Yes.
are you intending to stare into the abyss? If it's until it stares back into you, you've already made it that far.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. It's staring back into me.
You think it might be. That might
yeah.
also just be your,
Paranoia.
your paranoia.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Sometimes I go with it.
Galileo is off to the side writing in a book.
Cool. Could do something stupid. It might be fun. Hmm. I have one left. What do I want to do? Stare into the abyss. I want to. Let's see. You know what? Why the hell not? I haven't done that yet today. I'm going to cast Clairvoyance into the abyss.
Okay.
It does not technically have a plane. I don't believe. I don't think it has a plane restriction. So yeah.
Clairvoyance. When you cast a spell, you choose seeing or hearing. You can use the chosen sense. So you create an invisible sensor within range in a location familiar to you, a place you have visited or seen before, or in an obvious location that is unfamiliar to you, such as behind a door, around a corner, or in a grove of trees. The sensor remains in place for the duration, and it can't be attacked or otherwise interacted with. When you cast a spell, you can choose seeing or hearing. You can use the chosen sense through the sensor as if you were in the space. As your action, you can switch between seeing and hearing. A creature that can see the sensor, such as a creature can see invisibility or true sight, sees a luminous, intangible orb about the size of your fist. Okay.
Yep.
You cast it into
No, it does have to be on the same plane because the range is 1 mile.
Yeah.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, range is 1 mile.
Yep.
Okay.
Either way,
No.
you cast it into the abyss?
Yes.
Okay. You try to see or hear through it?
I try and see.
Okay. Your vision does not shift. It seems like the sensor got eaten by the abyss.
Fuck. Damn it. I hate this thing. Why? So weird. That's that. Yeah, I'm just gonna do some experiments. We're here. Why not?
Revel as hope throws shit into the abyss.
Yes, pretty much. Magic is eaten. What if I try and create something from the abyss? Because I know that you can pull things from the abyss.
You know that it's possible. You don't know how.
I don't really know how, but I'm gonna try because I've read one book on magic.
So you're an expert.
Suddenly you're an expert, yeah.
Yes, listen.
Galadir sitting off to one side, writing in a book.
Yep.
Listen, I read the Wikipedia entry. I know what I'm talking about.
Yep. So I am going to try and. You know what?
I even know
How
enough to
far
change
away?
parts they got wrong.
How many charges do I have on this thing? I've got 6.
Mhm.
All right. So first one I'm gonna do is 30 feet away. Away from where the side that Galadir is on, so 30 feet like that way.
Okay.
I'm going to try and cast haste on a section of the abyss.
Okay.
All right,
I
here
believe
goes.
target of haste is a creature.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a creature, but I've seen creatures come out, be formed from the abyss.
So you
I'm
tried.
seeing it
You
happen.
tried to cast haste. You cannot
Yep.
cast haste because the abyss is not a creature.
If the abyss was a creature, we'd all be fucked.
I don't know.
Probably.
You-
No, I mean, isn't that part of what Hope is actively trying to do? Make sure the abyss does not become a creature, aka Eidos.
Yes, but also I've seen other things come out of it. I'm just experimenting.
No, you're experimenting, and your experiment result is currently that it is not a creature.
Okay. All right. Cool. Next one I'm gonna do then is just, let's see.
It makes sense. There's Hope is not likely to ask the person who has done the most experimentation in existence on the abyss any questions about it. That's fine.
I have been asked
trust him.
questions. The answers don't make sense to me. All right. That didn't do anything. I was trying to do haste. I'll say that out loud.
Yes, it's not a creature, so it won't be
Okay.
affected by
What-
anything that affects creatures.
Can you
Landscape.
have you ever tried to pull something out of there, or like
No,
take
I've not.
part of the abyss?
I've gone into it. I've not brought anything out of it.
Why not? Do you know how?
As far as I can tell, the only way to withdraw anything from it is to... It would be similar to trying to... There's a particular bond you require with Eidos in order to do so that I am unwilling to form.
Okay.
It's akin to how certain magic users draw power from pacts made with various entities of power.
Got it. All right. How does one form a pact with Eidos?
He sort of stares at you and blinks for a second. The same way you form a pact with anything else, by talking to it and agreeing to its terms?
All right.
Hope
I
just
said
has
hi
a
to
bingo card of bad idea god relationships.
I have a beginnings of a plan. It's a bad plan. We'll see how it goes. Okay. So I tried talking to her before. It didn't really work.
Hope has like 15 bad plans. Just constantly adding
so
more.
many. Yes. And one of them will be great at some point.
We believe
Shush.
in you.
Yep.
Lulu believes in you.
All right.
'Cause I'm supportive of my pack.
Yes, you are.
After a while of you sort of staring at the abyss, Galadir clears his throat. You should probably get some sleep at some point.
Yeah. Just got a couple more questions, figuring some things out. I'm going to try and reach out to Eidos.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
You have to make sure we don't
9.
all of the bad ideas.
Nothing happens.
They are so bad. Okay. Why are all my wisdom saves so terrible?
If you had made contact, you die.
I
That's your brain.
Who knows? Listen, I've got like layers of gods in there right now, so who knows? All right. Okay. All right. This is good. So you've never I'm just so curious how this works. Interesting. Okay. All right, you can take me back now. I'll go leave you to sleep.
Oh, I'm fine. You just look like shit.
I look fine. I'm not sick anymore.
No, but you've been up for a while.
Yeah, I have 116 hit points. Who needs sleep? I'm gonna stare in the abyss instead. Slowly go mad.
So he opens up a gate once more, and you two step back into the tower.
Actually, I had a question.
Mhm.
I have a spell in here, but I think that would be more useful. Can you cast Gate again?
No.
No.
Can I cast a 9th level spell twice?
I don't
You
know
just
what
did.
level spell that is. Okay. All right. Never mind. I might. All right. It's been good talking to you. I'm kind of curious about joining the Azure Legion, actually.
Well, I'm not a recruiter.
Okay.
Oh my god, worst recruiter in the world. That would
I'm
be.
not a recruiter.
How does one join? How you join because you have a memory of it?
I
Do
would
you know
talk
anyone?
to Elisaria. She actually was a recruiter.
Okay. Cool. I'll leave. I'll go back to the group.
I like the occasional goal of just bother Galadir.
Bother the NPCs.
He deserves anything and everything he gets.
So I go back to the group.
You find them in various states of unconsciousness.
Wow, guys. All right.
For the record, I am not going to say that that Harriet did not. Yeah, I was trying to be clever about it. Harriet will try in her sleep to fight the person who's carrying her off somewhere.
Okay.
Given again that I had like 2 drinks and am fine,
Then you're not getting carried
I'll
off anywhere.
apologize to the guy.
Okay. It's quite all right. Like, it's like Harry is like a puppy in this person's hands. It's just do.
There's some biting.
Well.
There's some gouging.
You
Hope
nick his
comes in.
palms.
just
Hope comes
just
in.
hold her by an ankle. Just hold her by an ankle.
Hi, Lulu.
There's kicking.
That's how you make them vomit.
Thunk.
Can he?
How are you doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I've just been,
That's an abject
doing my
lie.
errands. Yeah,
Gwen
she
had
lies a lot.
something, but he's asleep now. So
I am not asleep.
You're real
I am
drunk.
just resting my eyelids.
Yep, that's
I
called
am not-
sleep.
okay, he's
I
trancing
am-
now.
I am vaguely tipsy.
Okay.
What do you need?
No, I was just here because I know we had made plans before that you were gonna, make a house so that we could not potentially spread terrible, dangerous disease to everyone in here. How you doing, Lulu?
Oh,
You
we
mean the
fixed that.
dangerous disease that nobody any longer has?
Lulu, did you get that fixed?
Yes.
You did? I'd
At
like
the
to
temple
insight check
here.
that.
Sure,
Okay.
You can ask. I'll point to whichever
Oh.
one that was.
Yep.
All right. Yep. Hope is suspicious though, and you went off on your own,
Make an insight
and
check.
she did not see it happen.
Make an insight check.
All right. Cool.
She's being perfectly honest about getting it fixed here.
Okay. Good. Good. All right then. Never mind. I guess we're good.
You know how I went off on my own, so don't have any right to talk about this? Maybe next time you go off on your own, tell us how long you're going to be and where you're going.
What if I don't know where I'm going before I go?
That's not... Corbin, I need you to explain civilization to me. Oh, wait, no, you're asleep. Haha.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Corbin gets
Also,
picked up and taken off to a bed.
I thought I already was.
Yeah, he already was. Lulu was just making a jab at his opinions.
All right. Well, I guess that's good then. Well, I don't really want to stay in a temple, so I'm gonna go back to the
I
Adventurers
can
Guild
still
now.
make the house.
Yeah? Are you capable of casting right now? Yeah? You look half asleep.
Grinferon's Glorious Gallery.
Roll me a
exists.
D100.
In the middle of the temple.
Fireball, middle of the temple.
Because when you're
He's
intoxicated,
not a sorcerer.
there's a chance that this stuff fails.
57.
Fortunately, you succeeded. So
Alright.
there is a door. There's just a door that appears next to Gwen.
I'll go get the sleepy ones.
All right. I don't Do they need to be moved? They look like fairly, comfy. They're not going to be comfy tomorrow, but they're fairly comfy right now. I think.
I mean, it felt like it was easier for everyone to be together, but if you say don't move them, I don't have to.
You can. I just think that's a lot of effort for it. They're not really going to notice until they wake up in the morning. And when they wake up in the morning, I feel like they're going to want a cleric nearby. And the clerics are out here.
Oh, make me an Arcana check.
Okay.
I thought they were mostly priests.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have terrible.
But there's
Gwynfron,
other food
Gwynfron, you can
inside,
make me an
so we're
Arcana
gonna
check
take
as well
them
if
to
you'd
the
like.
place where they're not in bunks.
I'll use one of my luckies on that.
Okay.
28.
So even in your inebriated state, you've noticed something interesting about the beds that they're putting people in.
Mm-hmm.
These beds are magical.
They grant restful
Magic
sleep
bed
and
thing,
no hangovers.
From what you can tell, it seems to be a bed specifically designed to cast restoration on people after they've passed out drunk, so that when they wake up, they don't have a hangover.
Okay.
Aw, it's adorable.
That's a
Then
non-drunkenness.
Lulu is going to get some paper out of her bag that she technically has because it comes with the supplies she got, and draw a picture of a door and a picture of like roughly what Gwen looks like. And then a little stick that indicates that Gwen made a magic door. And then there's a little wolf icon to sign it.
All right.
Three of these are placed at the drunken ones' beds. We went through the magic door, or that Gwen made, Lulu. But pictograms.
Brilliant.
Yep.
I support this. And Gwen will open the door and usher you two inside. And then he will go inside and shut the door, which makes the entire thing invisible.
Yeah.
Well, at least they know where we went. That was the point.
If you're conscious enough to do magic, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Well, actually, I have a question for both of you, you and Eshkill.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry,
Does
Lulu.
Eshkill get drunk when Gwen gets drunk?
No, and it's really irritating.
Beautiful.
It's the equivalent of just sitting in a room with someone else who is drunk and just having to look at them the entire time.
It's like because the designated driver, but not being driving your body.
Eshkill has all of the physiological experiences of being drunk, but none of the mental effects. So
he just feels like he can't control himself, basically.
Yeah, like he feels like he's drunk, but he's not drunk, and it's really irritating.
If he takes over, he feels like he's driving a tank.
He kind of, yeah.
The corner's like a goddamn cow.
All right.
Yes, what's your question?
I was just wondering, because Eshkill has become a god once. How did that happen?
Well, the entire process was rather complicated, but it involved a series of magical ceremonies that were put in place, and it was also slightly in part due to the necessary enchantments to lock Eidos away in her prison
Also,
over
strictly
time.
speaking, Archfey.
Right, and it wasn't quite a deification, quite that level of ascension. It was more on rough power level with some of the stronger Fey creatures from the Feywild.
Ah, okay.
I mean,
all right.
I could hold my own in a tussle against pretty much anybody that came my way, but I wasn't exactly building any grand, full-sweeping dimensional planes of my own. Just small ones off to the side, so as to attract slightly less attention.
All right. Like this. So you were basically Gwyn at wizard level. This wizard level. I mean, I don't. This does not sound as imposing as you made it sound when you first showed up. I'm slightly
No,
disappointed.
so I'm familiar with Archfey, right?
Wynn's got a bit of a ways to go before he's even close to where I was.
No,
Right.
no, Archfey are a big deal. They're not gods, but they're the dominant entities of a plane of existence.
They're also freaky. All right.
What do you want?
That's who
You
we
say
are.
this like you want something specific. What is it?
Are you trying
I'm
to
just
become a godling yourself?
possibly.
Cool.
That's a shut. Yeah.
Why?
It's a lot of responsibility, and take no offense, love, but I don't think you're up for it.
Wow. Okay.
If you
Also,
become a
there's a-
god, I'll be faithful or something.
Also, there's a reason that so many powerful wizards who have the opportunity to become a god just don't.
Yeah.
Being
Well,
a god sucks.
Hope read one book and now she's got ideas.
You'd want to read a lot of the fine print that comes on the package before you even think about going that direction.
All right. Well, what if I just test it out?
I had a question for you.
Yeah. What was the?
Yes, there was the staff thing that I wanted to go look for.
Yeah.
Can we do that tomorrow?
Sure. Did you want to hold on to this while we go do that? I hold out the rod.
Okay.
All right. I will hand it over.
All right.
Okay. I will put that in my thing. Inventory. Inventory is what it's called.
Are you wanting to attune to it, Gwynfron?
Not yet.
Over the course of the night, Hope will become unattuned. Rod.
I am back to my chaotic wonderfulness. Yes.
It reshifts back.
Yeah.
And you lose all the associated abilities with the rod.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And it's called what? The Plane Shaper's Beacon?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can call it that if you so desire.
Yep.
Okay. Wasn't sure if it had a precise designation yet or not.
Yeah. Beacon of the Plane Shaper. That's what I have. It
Okay.
has 6 charges. Well, it will have 6 charges at dawn. I can put the thing in here.
Cool. Well, I will keep this safe, and I'm going to get some sleep, because I am drunker than either of you are.
Sounds good.
Right. So, eventually, you all find rest in various places. The 3 of you that are resting in the temple wake up in the morning feeling refreshed. Feeling as if you've had a very, very good night's rest.
I gotta do that more often.
And this is why Marduk was one of the 2 primary gods of the dragon tribes.
Gashkar says to no one as Gashkar
Yes.
wakes up.
Just into air.
All of you have a very nicely tinted little note.
I can tell Lulu wrote this.
What gave it away? The wolf?
No, the fact that it's written in pictures.
Emojis.
It's not emojis. She's not that good at art. It's more like middle schooler.
It's Sonic the Hedgehog memes.
Meanwhile,
No, not quite that bad.
Meanwhile, in the Magnificent Mansion, Hope wakes up as normal. Lulu wakes up with a bit of a headache. Not a massive one, but a little bit of one. And Gwynferon wakes up with Eshkil being angry at Gwen.
Congrats. Is he going to yell at you? Are you going to get a whistle in your ear? Please say yes.
Whatever the mental equivalent of an air horn probably is.
Gwynferon wakes up to a mental...
just Eshkil in his head going. "Bah, bah, bah."
Welcome to my house.
Hey, piss off, you fucker. I'm awake. What? God. Okay. Downstairs, breakfast.
Ha! I feel great. How are you doing?
I drank. Not a ton,
Congrats.
but significantly.
Yep. Mhm.
Outside,
Maybe I should get lesser restoration next time.
outside the breakfast feast is beginning for the three of you that are outside.
Hell yeah.
It contains lots of roasted pork and eggs and bacon and bread and breakfast mead, which is better than regular mead because it's breakfast mead.
It's sweeter.
Sweeter.
Maple
with
syrup in
cream
there
on
would be
top.
really good.
Yeah.
There's some.
Yes.
There are
Breakfast
also
meat.
there are
It
also
comes with
there,
bacon.
there is also pancakes and waffles and syrup and all manner of breakfast food because Marduk does nothing at half measures.
So much eating.
The breakfast mead will be had in the tankard of sobriety because she's got shit to do today.
I will have one
And
mug.
Breakfast mead is also lighter than dinner mead, so
Doesn't hit nearly as hard.
So admittedly, I don't drink, but isn't mead like just always pretty alcoholic?
not necessarily. No,
The
there
stuff
you can
I've
control
made
the
is-
you can
yeah, you
control
can.
the alcohol
Yeah.
content, and the thing that makes mead is just that it's honeyed.
Mhm.
Yep.
So you can
Having made mead once before.
you can
Yeah.
make a light mead and a heavy mead.
Yeah.
Like there are two different concentrations. So yeah.
All right. Well, it's a glorious morning for an expedition.
If you say so, there's no windows here. But I think Gwen. Okay.
Go on.
Fine. All right. You're seeing it in your mind. Congrats. What if we? I don't think they're coming back in here. I think there's probably food out there. Should we go out there?
Yes, we should. That is an excellent idea.
Step out to the smell of cooking pork and eggs and mead and syrup, pancakes.
Sounds like the perfect hangover breakfast, even though nobody's hungover.
Yeah.
Pancakes.
You're hungover.
Kashkar is halfway through a small bird.
All right.
Marduk's temple always gets 5 stars on Yelp.
Yep.
And Lulu is out, and Hope is out, and he folds up the door and sticks it in his pocket.
See, Marduk's clerics mysteriously have the power to create food and drink that actually makes good food and alcoholic drinks.
Yeah,
So-
that's just what to do.
Resident cleric main. There is a spell specifically that does it, and it's expensive.
Yeah.
Hero's Feast.
Yeah, Hero's Feast is expensive. Theirs is just create food and drink, but it just makes good food and alcohol instead of
I
bland
mean-
food and water.
Food and drink specifically calls out that relevant to your god, I believe, in the text.
Yeah.
Anyways. Nope. You are all back together having breakfast, able to make plans once more.
So,
So,
I had the idea of the expedition. There's a quick caveat. You guys remember how we ended up in the God Emperor's territory and we kind of got the shit beat out of us along the way?
That's
Yes.
gonna be
No
another risk,
idea what
isn't
you're
it?
talking about.
Sometimes that happens when you try and teleport, and that there is a chance that that could happen if we go after the magic stick.
I
Okay.
still don't know what you're talking about.
we had
So-
to teleport
Harry.
somewhere, and we ended up. Well, they ended up beat up. I was fine.
Yeah, teleporting can suck, from what I understand.
Yeah, we were here,
Um,
and then where you found us.
Sounds
Yep.
like a
Yes.
thing that happens.
It hurt. All right,
Yes, it
so we
was-
might end up in the middle of nowhere again.
Like,
probably
where are we
yeah,
teleporting?
at least somewhere there is an icy cave
Okay.
far to the northeast of us. where a significantly powerful magic staff is located. I've had visions of this location, so I at least have a rough heading to go towards.
Right.
Unfortunately, having not physically been there myself in person, there's a margin of error in the attempt. So when I cast the magic, it might throw us way off course.
And we're going to get this staff because it's going to help with this world fixing bullshit, right?
Yes.
Hopefully.
Okay. I got
Alright,
nothing
so-
else. I just wanted to clarify.
Yep.
So it's a staff in a cave, and we have to go retrieve it. There's probably going to be
Demons?
something around there. I mean, the last...
That sounded like a
Maybe
little
not
bit of
demons.
hope in there when you're asking demons.
Yes. Because demons are things that you can that you can destroy without feeling bad about.
Yeah, that's true.
If it's some random devotee to something who's been, who has vowed to defend it forever, I'm still gonna kill him. But I'm gonna feel kind of bad about it because he's just doing his job, and maybe he didn't know he was gonna be there forever.
How do you feel about badgers? Because I think that I won an argument right now.
Fuck a goddamn badger.
Yay!
No, okay. No, we're not going to rehash that again. The last time we went after a really powerful thing, there was a dragon and it killed me. So maybe we should be careful when we go in.
Sounds like
yes, cautious will
better than you were last
be
time. Oh.
because we've got you with us.
Yep.
Um,
We're
so
not-
how likely is it we're not going to end up where we need to?
Gwyn will do a calculation on a rough calculation on a sheet of paper. Better than half chance that we make it.
Also,
Okay, are there any supplies we're going to need in
for-
case we end up the wrong place? Like
Gwynferon,
coats.
for your
Yeah.
edification,
Mhm.
also, even if it goes wrong, there are only really two places that you are likely to end up that is similar in appearance, and that is either in the same portion of the world or on the exact opposite side of the world. So
Right.
there's also that.
Yeah. Mhm.
You're either going to be in
is this-
Eisenfeld or on the other side of the planet.
Right.
That currently
And
exists.
is this currently? I'm rolling under the viewed once, right?
Yeah.
For teleport.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
So unless there's any supplies we need,
Warm clothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's icy and cold. If
I'm
I
living without
don't,
ice belt.
Ice Pelt is coming along this time. Yes. You and Ice Pelt are probably better adapted than most of us, with the exception of maybe Lulu, for handling this sort of environment.
Eisenfeld is actively where my tribe hails from.
No, it's
That's
not.
what I'm
You're
talking
You're not
about.
from Eisenfeld. You're
They're
from
not- I
you're from
thought-
the Dragon Peaks.
Oh, right. The Dragon Peaks are right. Yeah, they're the place that is on the other end of the world. Yeah.
No. There's further south than that is where there's frost. But you're from the Dragon Peaks. You're adapted to it because you're from because your dragon master was a white dragon.
Yeah, I'm from a white dragon tribe.
that's another place we could end up, in some white dragon's lair, because those places self-terraform.
That's true. You could end up in a
Joy.
white dragon's lair.
But yes,
Yeah,
if we
I
go,
can- Cold is fine by me.
good. But yes, maybe some warmer gear, good boots, layers, definitely furs if you can get them. Wool is not the best for cold climate, but if you can't find any furs, then go with that. Just don't let it get wet. Make sure it's well waxed. I can handle conjuring fire for the most part. That won't be a problem.
I will help all of you find appropriate winter clothing.
Lead the way then.
Yeah, you can very easily find.
Because I know how cold it gets, and I know how heavy your outfit needs to be.
Yeah, you can very easily find winter clothes. Which
We're in a
be,
metropolitan city, so
it'll be 2 gold for a set of winter clothes for each of you.
Right.
So like 2
Done.
per.
Not only does my clothing already winter clothes, I also have cold resistance.
Yep, which helps.
That will help.
All right. Got some clothes.
Let's gather ice pelt and everyone. Is anything else to do before we make?
Nope.
All right, so you got everybody together. You cast teleport. Go ahead and give me that D100 roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Portent cannot help with this.
I mean, if you want to change that to a 17, a 14, or an 8, just let me know.
Come on.
Ugh.
Well, we don't mishap.
Okay.
So a 51.
That's good.
Similar area.
Similar area.
Other
And
side
just
of
to
the world.
read out, you and your group or the target object wind up in a different area that's visually or thematically similar to the target area. If you're heading for your home laboratory, for example, you might wind up in another wizard's laboratory, or in an alchemical supply shop that has many of the same tools and implements as your laboratory. Generally, you appear in the closest similar place, but since the spell has no range limit, you could conceivably wind up anywhere on the plane. So, you cast a spell. There's this brilliant flash of blue light, and you all find yourself standing in a snowdrift, basically. There's this... You find yourself in the middle of this blizzard that is apparently going on. It is the sudden drastic change in temperature, even though you guys are wearing warmer clothing, is still shocking. You go from nice and comfortable to blasted freezing.
Fucking A.
As you all just sort of jump, basically.
Who do I need
to
to stab?
That's bracing.
In addition to the sudden temperature change, you hear this roaring sound coming from just over your shoulder.
Do I recognize that roar?
No. You turn and look, and there is this massive blue-skinned giant, sort of looking down at you with a dragon's skull resting atop his head.
Oh, I don't like this
Never
guy.
mind. Answered my own question.
And as you look up, you see 2 things fly at the giant from over your head. One is a great sword, flying like a spear. The other is a hammer, rolling end over end, and both of them slam into the giant at the same time, slicing and smashing, and then fly back. The giant sort of stumbles back, seemingly hit with great impact, and as you follow the weapons back, you see, standing opposite the giant on the other side of the snowdrift you guys have found yourselves in, you see this massive humanoid Goliath figure, with, unlike most Goliaths, with hair... this sort of long hair pulled back into a ponytail, rippling muscles exposed to the elements, tattooed in a variety of patterns, wearing what looks to be sort of a hide outfit, just from the waist down, catching the hammer. In its hammer, in that hand it's holding a hammer, in the other hand holding a large, what looks like it may have at one point been a pickaxe, but has been heavily modified to be used for battle. And then now floating around him is this great sword that you saw, which is just floating independently of him. As you hear him crying out, do any of you speak giant?
Nope.
Actually, do I speak giant? Nope. That is the
Giant.
mountain language that I don't speak.
All right. So you hear this individual crying out in this language that none of you
Nope,
understand.
I don't.
Very obviously ready for battle with the giant. And that's where that's where we're going to end for the week.
Okay.
So, say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.